Now I want to show you how you can determine the circumference of a circle by construction, or we say by graphical method. How you can determine the circumference of a circle by construction or by graphical method. So in this case, you'll be given a diameter of the circle that you are to determine its circumference by graphical method. So let's say the diameter of the circle is 50 mm. So the radius is 25. So with your compass, take 25 mm on your ruler. Take 25 mm on your ruler after you have drawn a vertical line. So I have drawn a partial vertical line here. I will still make it visible. So take 25 mm on your ruler. If diameter is 50, the radius will be 25. So take 25 mm on your ruler with your compass. Okay. So let's say we have a point on this line, that this is the point. And this point, I will call it point O. So this is point O. Then put the compass at point O after you have taken 25 mm as its radius and draw a semicircle like this. Draw a semicircle. Draw a semicircle. Okay. So after drawing this semicircle, I want to make the line, I want to make it to be visible. Okay. All right, so this is point O here, which is the center of the semicircle. This is point O, which is the center of the semicircle. Okay, so the next thing that you do is that draw a perpendicular line. So let me call this line, which is diameter. So let me call it AB. So this is A and this is point B. Okay, so call it AB. Then you now draw a perpendicular line to line AB. That means a line that will be at a right angle to it, at 90 degrees to line AB. So from this point B, draw a horizontal line like this. Draw a horizontal line. So after drawing this horizontal line, let's call this horizontal line, let's call it ABC. Let's call it BC. So line BC. So the next thing that you need to do is that we are going to construct angle 30 degree. We are going to construct angle 30 degree to this point O here. To this point O, we are going to construct angle 30 degree to this point O. So how do we construct that 30 degree? So I'm going to make use of my protractor. So this is my protractor. So put your protractor, put it at this point. So make sure the 90 degree line is at point O. Then along this line, this is 30. This is 30, though that 30 is not on my paper, but I will make sure I see it very well. So just put a dot. So I have my dot somewhere here. I have it somewhere here. So now I can draw from this point now. I can see it. So draw a straight line. So when you draw that straight line, it will touch the semicircle at this point. So it touched the semicircle at this point. So I will call this point point E. So this is point E on the semicircle. So the next thing that you are going to do is that, so from point E, draw horizontal line to touch line AB. Draw horizontal line from point E, draw horizontal line. So you touch line AB. You touch line AB at this point. So this point, you touch at this point. So this point, I will call it point F. Okay, so I'll call it point F. So after doing this, so don't forget that this angle here is 30 degrees. So this angle is 30 degrees. This angle is 30 degrees. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to do is that now you take your compass. Take the length of the diameter. The diameter is 50 mm. That is AB is 50 mm. So just take the length of the diameter Then the compass remains at point B here because I extended from B to A. That is diameter of the circle, which is 50 mm. So with the pinpoint of the compass at point B, make an arc on this line BC. Make an arc, so call it 1. Call it, this is 1. Okay, then bring your compass to point 1. Bring it to point 1 here. Make the second arc. So call this, call it 2. Then put your compass at point 2. Put your compass at point 2 with the same radius, which is 50 mm, diameter of the circle. Make the third arc. Make the third arc. So this point. So call it point 3. Okay, so call it point 3. So after doing this, join point F on the diameter and point 3 on this line BC. Join them together with a straight line. So this is it. Join them together with a straight line. So this goes. So it goes like this. Okay. All right. So this line F3, is the circumference of the circle. It's circumference of the circle. If I measure it, so let's measure it and see what we have. Then we also do it by calculation. We do it by calculation. Now, if I measure from here to here, okay, so from point F on the diameter to point 3 on the horizontal line BC, I have this to be 158 mm. 158 mm. Now, let's do it by calculation. I'm going to use the calculator on my phone to calculate it. Let's see. So you can take your calculator and do the same. So as we know that the circumference of circle is pi d, as we know from mathematics, and here also we also use the same formula. Okay, so circumference of circle is calculated with pi d. So pi is 3.142 and diameter is 50 mm. Then we have 3.142. This is it. 3.142 times 50 give us 157. 157. So that difference of 1, it doesn't mean as long as it's not greater than 1. As long as it's not greater than 1, we are still correct. So there is no how you can by construction you can't have the accurate value. But 157.1 is still close to 158 that we have on this line F3, which is equal to the circumference of the given circle. So the construction that we use in determining the circumference of a circle by graphical method is as simple as I explained it here. So just take a value on your own as for the diameter and do it as I said it here. Thank you.